Hi everyone, it's Erin back with another video. I think it's been about 2 weeks or maybe not quite 2 weeks since I've uploaded. I've just been feeling kind of down, honestly. I'm not really sure why, just maybe my hormones are like doing something, but I have a new update. I am on my period. I think I'm on the tail end of my period. Just to recap, I didn't have my period since September 2022, and then I ate carnivore on in October for 2 weeks. Like I started the 15th. After 2 weeks after October 15th, I stopped eating carnivore for the next, the rest of the month or whatever. I didn't eat on my diet. I just ate standard American or whatever I ate. I ate whatever I wanted, and by the time November I want to say November 15th. I would have to go double check, but yeah, by the next month, November, I had my period, which I was amazed because I hadn't had one in so long, and it was a full period. It wasn't just spotting. It wasn't like really light. It was like a 5 day, like a true period. So that was amazing. I don't know what happened for December because I got back on the carnivore diet on December 20th. I didn't have my period at all during that month. And then, like, the end of January, I started, and I didn't think that I was going to have a period this cycle, or this month, I mean, because I was spotting for like 3 or 4 days. It was a long time before I even started full on bleeding, so I said, well, this must be like another spotting situation, because I spotted for like a long time before I actually started menstruating, like fully. So, wow, I didn't expect that, but this period is lasting longer. I think this is the 8th or 9th day. I'm not really sure. I'm actually tracking in Fertility Friend. It's an app that I have downloaded, and I'm thinking about buying a basal body thermometer. I'm thinking about buying it. I'm not really sure though if as soon as I pop my little eyes open, I don't know if I would even remember to take my temperature, because that's what you're supposed to do. As soon as you open your eyes, you're supposed to take your temperature because that is your resting body temperature. I think I would try to get in a habit of doing that, but I do want to track my cycle. I've always actually wanted to track my cycle for so long, even before I was married and anything like that, but like I wasn't menstruating, so or I wasn't menstruating regularly, and I didn't think that it was worth my time because I wasn't bleeding or I spotted all the time or whatever was happening at that point. I just didn't want to put in the effort because I didn't think it would be worth it. But the carnivore diet is really, it's easy and it's also hard. I think mentally it's hard because you're used to variety, or you're used to eating whatever you want, maybe not being mindful, or maybe you have like some stigma around certain foods, like how they used to say that fat is bad. I think they still say that. I don't know. I stopped listening and stopped caring about the food pyramid, and I don't even know what they have now, like the little My Plate. I think they have now the My Plate guidelines. Like, I really don't listen to mainstream stuff anymore because I feel like it's really contrary to the truth a lot of times, and I just want truth to prevail in my life, and I just don't want to be caught up in the lies. And I know that lies do kind of ruin people's lives when they believe them, and then it's so, you trust people too much or so much, not just people, but like organizations, that your best interest and everything in their mind, and you just find out that that's not really true once you kind of dig into it and you get into it. I believe my hormones are balancing. That is awesome. This morning I weighed and I was 255. I started at 268, so I have quite a ways to go. I'm not really sure how long weight loss is supposed to be, but I know that it is a period of time, however long it takes, but it's not forever. And that's what I have to keep in my mind whenever I'm like, this is too long, this is like taking a long time, which I don't want to faint, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to just throw in the towel, give up. I don't want to do any of that. I want to, keep my mind strong and not everything that I put in my mouth really has to be pleasurable. It doesn't have to be the best thing I've ever eaten, and I have to remember that not every time you eat it has to really taste good. But when you're starving, it kind of does taste amazing anyway. Like, for example, if I'm eating standard American or going out to eat or eating fast food on a regular basis, sitting down and eating just plain burger patties is like going to be not good and appetizing. Like, I'd rather just pick something else, obviously. But when you're only eating meat and eggs and butter and bacon and fat, animal fat, I mean, burger patties are amazing. It tastes awesome. When you're hungry, when you're not hungry, it's, there's no appeal, and that's good. I'm trying to learn of my own hunger cues, my satiation cues, and also, too, oddly, well, maybe not oddly, but I've been kind of emotional, maybe because my period, I don't know, like, my period has been so absent for a long time that I forgot, I guess. I just forgot. I forgot that we're emotional, we go through things, we have, like, ups and downs. I was kind of at, like, this steady, like, no energy, tired, and kind of, like, numb and blah. But now I'm starting to feel things and stuff. And two, food can't be my comfort because you physically cannot eat. You can't, like, gorge on these types of foods. You can't. I mean, I guess you could try to, but, like, it would physically make you sick because you couldn't even do it. But I'm not saying that I was just like a eater like that anyway. Before I started carnivore, I wasn't a snacker. I was not I have to eat dessert every evening or every after dinner every day or whatever. I wasn't like I have to have a sweet every day. I didn't have snacks between meals. I didn't do any of that. But the standard American eating wasn't for me, I guess you could say. Specifically, I have PCOS. I don't know if I have some type of insulin resistance situation going on. Not sure if I have type 2 diabetes. I did know that I had, I guess, a bit of high blood pressure because every time I took it, it was like 150 over 90. So that's possibly true. I don't know if my blood sugar was out of control. The last time I did blood work, my doctor was like, yo, your triglycerides are a little high and elevated. Come back in like 2 weeks and I'll recheck it. And then I rechecked it and it was within normal ranges. So what does that mean? Fatty liver, I think that means. So I was going through some stuff. My hormones were out of whack, obviously. But what I used to eat was like breakfast burritos maybe, or like an egg sandwich or whatever for breakfast. I didn't really eat lunch, but if I did get hungry while I was at work at around 5 p.m. or whatever, I would eat pizza because at work, our deli has wings and pizza, and I would eat a piece of pizza every day. It was free, for our lunch or whatever. Our boss says, you can have a free item out of the deli or whatever, so I would eat that. And then if I cooked something for dinner, it would be like spaghetti, chicken Alfredo, chicken sandwiches, burgers on a bun, whatever. All that bread, all that pasta. It was, I guess, minimal in protein, minimal in fat. I can't really live like that. And I've noticed omitting all that and being a very low carb, which all carnivore diet is a keto diet with no vegetables, and trying to get all of my calories, all my nutrition from protein from meat only, and fat from animals only, animal fat. So I have been eating around, I would say, between 1,500 calories and like 2,500 calories. I don't think I've ever eaten that much in a day on this diet, but I would say that those are my ranges depending on how hungry I am. Sometimes I eat one meal a day, sometimes I eat two. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. And honestly, with the lack of variety on this diet, I've just been letting the days kind of unwind, I guess, like letting them just run together, not thinking about food too much because, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a pleasurable really thing for me anymore. It's literally just me eating to survive. So food is not like a comfort thing anymore. And I forgot about when I was telling you about my routine for my diet previously. Every morning I would drink coffee too, and I forgot about that. And it would be with like Coffee Mate or whatever, which is, I don't know if Coffee Mate is dairy free, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it's like whatever it is. It's like vegetable oil, sugar, sweeteners, natural flavors, or, flavorings and stuff like that. Like I would drink French vanilla or whatever. And that would actually suppress my appetite for a long time too. So I would like skip breakfast actually a lot of times. The only time I would really eat breakfast is when I didn't have to work and, I was home until, and I could eat at like 2 p.m. or whatever when I got hungry. But yes, coffee really suppresses my appetite. And even now, if I drink coffee, it has to be after I eat because I don't want my appetite to be suppressed. I want to get enough calories. I want to have an appetite. And I just really don't have an appetite that much on this diet. I do get hungry around 2 or 3 p.m. or whatever. I do eat before I go to work because I do try to force myself to eat before I go to work because I do not want to get hungry while I'm on the job because I'm near pizza. And I don't really eat their wings because I read the ingredients and it has like wheat flour, I think, and vegetable oil. I don't know what to call it. Marinade, I guess. You run the wings through a oven, but it has bad ingredients on it, so I just don't feel like it's a safe food even though it is meat. But that's kind of what I'm really dealing with. I just wanted to pop in and tell you guys that I am seeing progress still. My weight is, I guess, slowly going down. I may have to take my inches again, measure myself because I do have a measuring tape. But I don't know. I don't know if my weight loss is going slow or fast at this point. Not really sure. I'm not really sure, honestly. But I just thank you so much for listening. How are you guys doing on your journey, if you're on it? How long have you been on it? What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to accomplish? For me, what I am trying to accomplish is being a healthy weight because I have never been a healthy weight. I have been overweight since I'm like 3 years old, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even kidding. I may have to find a picture for you guys to show you that I was literally an overweight toddler. I don't even know how, but honestly, I've never been a healthy weight. My weight, my appearance has always been like a insecurity, I guess, for me because I've never been healthy. And I think I want to prove to myself that literally I can be healthy. And this does take time. It's not an overnight fix. This has been a lifelong struggle ever since I have been on the earth, since I was a baby, a toddler. So it's not going to be easy. I know that losing weight doesn't last forever. But I am trying to balance my hormones, get healthier. I have been seeing a lot of things about people saying their relationship with food. I really don't I don't really feel like I have a relationship with food. I don't really binge. And I have always eaten until I'm full. So if it's me going to Burger King, getting 2 chicken sandwiches, a large fry, and a drink, I will eat all that and then be satisfied because I'm full and then not eat again until I'm hungry. But like binging all day and I'm doing that, I never really did that. But I can eat a large quantity of food at one time. So I think this diet is great because it does tell you when to stop. You can't overeat, and if you do, you kind of feel sick. And I only know that because I've been trying to force myself to eat more so I can do a 1 meal a day instead of having to break it up into 2. But I thank you so much for listening to what I have to say. If you're following along, I just can't even believe it, but I thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If you have any questions for me or if you want to share your story in the comments, that'd be great. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.